Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to Sacred Whisper. I promised you we would do a 2025 intention setting party and visualization. That's not actually what I called it, but if you haven't listened to last episode on my own personal 2025 energy intentions and actually just sat in that energy and that vision and mission, this is not about the personal one that I set for myself. This was the vision and intention that I have for us as healers as we link arms and we rise together. So definitely go listen to that. And this will give you also a great example of what this could look like. The possibility and potential of expanding your vision, your intention, your energy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some reflective journaling prompts, and I'm also going to give you some prompts to set intentions and visualize for 2025. And as I'm going through and I'm giving you these journaling prompts, I'm also going to share some different things, some different thoughts and ideas that are coming through. But something else I want to say is why energy and intentions, or why intention setting versus goal setting. Now, this is a personal preference. I want to just talk about a play on words for a second, because you may or may not know, but I have a firm belief that affirmations are a Band-Aid. I just can't even with affirmations, because if your subconscious mind cannot get behind what you're saying, it's going to negate it every single time. When I say affirmations are a Band-Aid, I'm talking about specifically those pretty little Pinterest affirmations, or the ones that you see on social media, or even sometimes the ones that are being repeated in like meditations and things like that. I don't typically, not that I can think of off the top of my head, I have over 30 meditations inside of our Evolution membership library of audios that our members can tap into that are infused with quantum illumination Reiki. Most of them have the rapid resolution therapy perspective in them to do subconscious shifts, to create clarity, to remove blocks, to create space, abundance, love, bliss, happiness, all of those beautiful things. And I don't even know if a single one of them that I've ever created has affirmations in there, because I feel so deeply about the affirmations, because it's a very unique experience to you. There is a specific way to create affirmations in a way that's in alignment with what your subconscious mind will create. That is my riff on affirmations. And the same, I'm like, why was I even talking about this? Because words. So as it pertains to words, if it gives you energy, it's a yes. If it drains your energy, we need to shift the language. And this is true with just life in general, right? If it gives you energy, it's a yes. If it takes your energy, it's a no. There's a difference of it draining or taking your energy and a fear. And we get the opportunity to look at that and make sure that it's not just being avoided because it's scary or uncomfortable, but rather it's like, actually, I don't want to do that because it's draining me, right? So a play on words, for me, when it comes to setting goals, I feel like, bleh. Even I feel it in my body. I'm just like, ew, no, I will not even be bothered. I'm not even going to set goals. I don't even really love to set a launch plan. Like, I don't mind planning out like my upcoming launches, and I have an idea of when I'm going to launch specific things. But as far as goal setting goes, no, thank you. No, thank you. So for me, I know where this comes from. And I also feel, and maybe this will resonate with you and maybe it won't. And if the word goals doesn't bother you, you could totally just write down 2025 goal setting. I like intention setting. I like energy. I like visualization. That feels fun and alive in my body. But for me, when it comes to goals, I feel like this was something that was so ingrained. I don't even know at a super young age, though I set goals for myself, but it was more as an adult and specifically in network marketing. I think I got so burnt out on goal setting and also the way it made you feel when the goal wasn't hit. And again, that's my own healing that I've done work around. But that's like, it just became one of those words that was like, ick. No, thank you. So I just moved away from it. I was like, okay, well, I still want to grow. I still want to shift and evolve and change. And so, what can that look like for me? Choosing a word that gives you aliveness, that makes you feel alive. Ooh, I just got chills on that. Makes you feel alive in your body, that gives you power, that gives you energy, and feels aligned for you. Stepping off soapbox. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into this. And I really want you to give yourself the opportunity to journal these out. If you are in a place right now where you're like driving or cooking or folding laundry or whatever, just living life, totally fine. Keep listening. Let's hang out. Thanks for bringing me along with you. And come back to this. Save this. Pinky, promise me. Put your pinky up right now. I know you can't see me, but my pinky is up. I promise you. And Pinky promised me that you are going to come back to these and give yourself the opportunity to reflect and also set intention and visualize. Something else I want to dive into before I go into the reflective piece is I know it's kind of weird as healers, we understand that the new year isn't actually January 1st. Like energetically, the new year starts in Aries season in spring. And that is natural to our bodies as well. I actually had a deep conversation with a client last night who was talking about this. And she's like, I set new intentions after the Rising Phoenix had been complete. That was with Aries season. And that's when I set all of my new intentions and goals. And I was like, that's amazing. I love that for you. And she said that felt really good. And so I want to let you know that you can come back to this in Aries season. You can actually do this anytime you want. Full permission slip. This kind of goes back to the conversation of there's so much stigma around portals, right? Whether or not they're made up is beyond me. I have no idea. There seems to be a portal every single month or every single time there's an angel number day. And I think that it just makes me want to roll my eyes because of the fear that's created around it. However, there's something to be said about the potency of so many people collectively coming together with a similar energy and intention. And so I want you to lean into that vibe. So if you're just like, actually, I would rather set my intentions and goals for Aries season, amazing. Just know that you don't have to wait for Aries season to make moves now. In fact, I would encourage you to not wait until Aries season to make moves in alignment now. That is exactly, and I believe I talked about this in the last podcast episode, but that's exactly what I've personally done. I'm like, what's my 2025 intention and energy? At the end of 2025, who am I? And what's the decision I'm going to make now to step into alignment into that energy? It's a movement forward now. And so that's like, I was like, of course, I'm in for 12 months mentorship because I know that I love the space that we're in and the co-creation that's happening. Like, let's go. So a lot of decisions that I am making are being made from that version of me. And there's something really cool that happens collectively. The entire world is celebrating New Year's Eve. I mean, not every single person, but the entire world collectively is all celebrating the same thing. That's wild. And so many people are thinking about January 1st. Now, whether you think the new year, new me is BS or not, what I want you to feel into is the energy around everyone collectively putting their intention and focus on something similar and tapping into that energy because that is whoa. That is whoa. how can you tap more into that? Not about the new year, new me, but tapping into the potency of everyone thinking about the same thing together collectively, and then taking it a step out, like zooming out, who are you at the end of 2025, and making those aligned decisions now. So if you are, for example, someone that's like, I've been hiding in the healer closet, I'm ready to be in my power, I'm tired of being a doormat and letting people walk all over me, I am ready to tap into my abilities and soul codes and really anchor in who I am outside of the limiting beliefs, the BS, the things that had been weighing me down. The Rising Phoenix is for you. Doors are officially open and we start in mid-January. So you can hop in now and have your spot reserved. So just DM me, Phoenix. I'll put the information in the show notes for you to check that out. But that is like the program on the internet. Like it is the place to be, to go from hidden healer to here, the FIM healer, stepping into your power. This is not a program about being lost and finding yourself. This is a program about unshackling and unbecoming all the limiting beliefs, societal beliefs, good girl energy, imposter syndrome. Like, who am I to launch this? Can I even do this? Will anybody even believe I can do this? I'm too old. I'm too young. The boundaries, letting people as an empath take advantage of your healing energy that's natural. The witch wounds from this lifetime and lifetimes before. So you can step into the soul essence of who you are and what it is that you are here to do. And your gifts and abilities naturally come out and play. And that's one of my gifts as well. I am an activator as one of my soul codes. So just through being in a container together, your abilities will naturally increase. I see this all the time. It is so cool. So you got the stripping away, the unshackling and unbecoming, stepping into your power, and then the activator energy. So yeah, DM me, Phoenix. This is, like I said, it's a place to be on the internet, to go from hidden healer to here, the FIM healer, and stepping into the soul essence of who you are and what it is you're here to do in this lifetime. So zooming out, and what decisions are you making from the energy of the version of you at the end of 2025, and making those decisions now? Because who you are at 2025 is going to be the same if you don't start moving forward. And that's why I was like, I am not staying stagnant. Take my money. I am in for another 12 months. Let's fucking go. I love long-term mentorship in a way that feels so good and aligned. So, okay. And then let's reflect. Got your pen and paper or your journal. Maybe grab a cozy drink or cozy spot in your house. P.S. I bought a huge adult beanbag chair. I'm looking at it right now, and it is so fucking awesome. I wanted something oversized and cozy for my Zendan, our spare bedroom, where I spend a lot of time doing like working stuff. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's it. That's the one. It's amazing. So here's your sign. If you've been thinking about it, get it, do it. Okay. Ready? Let's reflect. 2024 reflection. What are you most proud of in 2024? What are you most proud of? This is your chance to brag on you. What did you overcome? What did you heal? What did you release? How are you different? Celebrate that. Put yourself on that pedestal and celebrate you. Go you. Like, despite of the things that you had been through, yet still you rise. And here you are. And feel free to pause this after each question too, and give yourself the space to write out, journal out all of these. What are you most proud of in 2024? What goals or intentions did you set for yourself in 2024? What goals and intentions did you set for yourself in 2024, depending on the words that you like to use? What was your energy for 2024? And what I want to say here is it's not about hitting the goal. It's not about that at all. It's about the journey. The destination won't feel any different if you don't shift now. If you don't choose radically different now, because what got you here won't get you to that goal. And even if you do get there, it's not going to feel any different. What we're after is a feeling. How can you feel that now? So when you get to that intention, that goal, that energy that you desire, you feel just as amazing as you did before. And it's like, okay, let's continue to evolve. So what energy, goal, or intention did you set for yourself for 2024? What was your word for 2024? Or your phrase? What was your word or phrase for 2024? And let's take this a step further. Did you actually live in that? I might have promised you I would share mine. Mine for 2024 was own it energy, main character energy. They're interchangeable. I think I might have talked about this on another podcast episode, or maybe it was a live or something. I can't remember, but I am a huge fan of music. I love music. I actually just watched my Spotify Wrapped that they do, like a year in review. And with the amount of time that I've listened to Spotify this year, I'm in the top 16% in the entire fucking world that listens to Spotify. I'm like, oh my God, that is hilarious. Because I love music so fucking much. It is like everything for me. And so my favorite band is Shinedown. I got a lot of artists that I love to listen to, but Shinedown is my favorite band. And the lead singer of that band, I will never forget the second to last time that we saw them, just the way that he commands the stage, commands presence. Like he's up there, like he fucking owns it. And he's really humble, very grateful, like seems like a really great dude, gives back to the community, loves his fans. And also when he gets up on that stage, it's like just main character, like commanding that presence. And that was me. I was like, how can I step into my own it energy, regardless of what's going on, regardless of, the changes that are being made in my life or where I am. And this was for me about dissipating discomfort and fear and limiting beliefs and moving forward, owning it without evidence that it was going to work out. Do it anyway. So I did. And I came back to that time and time again. One of my clients shared with me her intention for 2024 or her phrase. And when she told me, my hand went over my face. I was like, holy shit, what? She had never told me that. We've been working together quite a bit this year. And she actually said she forgot. And when she saw it on the front of her, I think it was a planner or something, she was like, oh my God, well, yep, I did that. And so it was even something that wasn't even at the forefront consciously of her mind, but it was subconsciously ingrained. And that's exactly what she did. I was just like mind blown. Like my jaw hit the floor. I was like, what? I just need a minute. You're blowing my mind right now. So did you actually embody that word or phrase? Talk about this a lot recently. Are you in the embodiment of what it is that you do, you teach, you want to teach? Okay, so what worked well for you in 2024? feel free to pause this. Anything. This is personal. This is business. This is healing. I encourage you to take it in all buckets of buckets, quote buckets of life, and see what worked well. And then I want you to ask what needs shifted from 2024. What needs shifted? So what are some things that didn't work so well? Fuck, that didn't work well. Or that needs to shift, or that pattern can't come with me, or that unhelpful thought cannot come with me, or that habit cannot come with me. I have two things that are not coming with me into 2025. One, I'm not going to share yet. This coming, just know. And the other one, I'm just done doom scrolling. I'm so fucking done. I'm going to actually, I think I'm going to do a TikTok video on this. Might actually do a podcast episode on this too. I accidentally met an NFL player, a retired NFL player rather, at the gym by accident for my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. Yes, you can be a healer and like sports. Can we normalize this? I won't tell you the whole story, but the irony, it wasn't a coincidence at all. It was meant to happen. But it just is so funny to me how everything played out. And I was like, yeah, duh, of course. But those people that are really in tune with themselves, with their abilities, with their intentions, with their priorities, they're not fucking doom scrolling. I can tell you that much. I love to check in on my clients, on the people in our community. I love to collaborate and connect. I love to see what my mentors are up to or people that I really admire, but I'm not doom scrolling anymore. It's kind of like you're putting the blinders on the horse. The reason why they do that is so they can't see in the other lane, because then they're going into the other lane or they're crashing into another horse. Put the blinders on. North Star, baby, North Star. And live a life that you are so excited about, that 90, 100-year-old you is like, fuck yeah, that was awesome. Even though sometimes it was hard. Right? Okay. 2025 intentions, energy, visualization. What is your word for 2025? What's your word for 2025 or phrase? Mine is typically a phrase. And you might not know this right away. Remember, go listen to the last episode if you haven't already, but I didn't know this right away. I can't even remember what it originally was. And I was like, that kind of feels like, yes, that's the energy behind it, but that phrase just doesn't land. It doesn't create the aliveness in my body that I'm looking for. But when, I just got chills. Oh my God. When I am the storm landed, oh my God, I can feel that just at a fucking cellular level. I'm like, that's it. Oh my gosh. I wish you could see my arms right now. I'm covered in goosebumps. So what is your word or phrase? And it doesn't have to do what mine just did. But it's going to be like, yeah, that's it. And it's going to be very personal for you. And I even encourage you to look at what it means for you. And when you go and listen to the last episode, you'll actually hear what that means for me. And also, it's not just about me. Yes, it's about me personally. It is. And also, it's about the vision of our North Star as healers raising the frequency of the planet. So what does it mean for you? What's your big goal or intention for 2025? This could be personal. This could be business. I actually encourage both. So maybe if it's something within your marriage, maybe it's something as a parent if you have kids. This could be business or work. something personally. Two of the things for me are belief at 100. I think I talked about this in the last episode, but belief at 100. So no more self-doubt. Self-doubt does not deserve a spot in my head at all. Period. The end. Goodbye. So that's for me really around the mindset. And then the other one is energetics for me. It's who I be, being bigger, meaning turning up the dial on who I am, who Kristen is. In business, in personal life, all of it, it's all one. Turning up the potency on me. How can I be me more? So those are like two of mine. So what are they for you? Who is the version of you that already has that goal? Who's the version of you that already has that goal? I want you to look at things like, how is she or he? I'll use she just because that's my pronoun. So how is she making decisions? How is she carrying herself? How is she talking to herself? What are the self-care practices that she's doing? Could be meditations, could be baths, could be journaling, could be breath work, EFT, whatever. What's her workout routine like? I don't know if I said this already, but how is she dressing? What is she eating? What investments is she making in herself? And where is she resourced to make those investments? You're so resourced. Oh my God, you're so freaking resourced. At the time I'm recording this is 2024. Oh my gosh, we have so many resources available to us to support us. How can you tap into that? How does she feel? How does she move energy? What is she doing inside of her business or her work? For me, it's business. So just get super clear on what that is for you, who that version of you is at December 12, 2025. Look at the end of 2025, and this is intertwined with the last one, but look at the end of 2025. What are the steps you needed to take in order to reach that goal or that intention? Who did you need to become? I love this one. I love it. I felt that in my heart. Who did you need to become? Again, it's not about doing more. A lot of this is energetics too. I'm not saying fuck the strategy. Your girl loves strategy. I love the creation piece of taking that divine feminine ideation and putting it into strategy and then letting that divine masculine strategy work for my feminine energy. It's just one big loop. It's so amazing. So yes, we want strategy. We want to know, have at least, what I was going to say is we want to know how we're going to get there, but that's not totally true. We want to have an idea of the steps to take. If you have a business, you want to know some steps to take, systems to have in place. But who do you need to become in order to reach that intention? Now let's talk about goals for Q1. What are you ready to heal, clear, and step into? What are you ready to heal, clear, and step into? What fears are you ready to conquer? What are the fears that have been coming up for you? And get clear on those. I love the quote. I've probably said it multiple times on our podcast, but until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life and you will call it fate. Carl Jung. Bring those fears and look them dead in the fucking eyes. Because when you look it in the eyes, you take its power away. What steps do you need to take to do this? And again, this is going back to the energy of where am I resourced? Who can I ask? What can I do? And I'll just say this again, when it comes to those fears and healing and taking those aligned steps, the rising phoenix is the place to be to heal, clear, release, rise above the flames as the phoenix from within in your power. Each of my clients that have gone through this program, I'm thinking of each and every single one of them individually, the things that they have accomplished that they didn't even know they were going to accomplish. I have one client who just published her 3rd book in like a year. Her 3rd book in a freaking year. That's crazy. She was like, I wasn't even sure that I was going to be able to publish this book ever in my lifetime. It was a dream and a hope. And now at that time she had 2. Now she just published her 3rd. And I'm like, wow. I have another client who is a hairstylist. She's also trained in Reiki and does all kinds of really cool healing stuff. And her primary job is a hairstylist. And all of a sudden now she's winning insane awards for her work. She's being nominated. She's going to conferences and accepting awards. I'm like, what? Wow. It's just mind-blowing. And I'm trying to find the words that my client, who is a triple fire sign, her sun, moon, and rising are all fire. She actually dissolved her previous company and rebuilt a new one that was more in alignment with her soul essence. She realized she had been playing in the good girl energy, that soft, quiet, but that's not who she was at all. When I found out she was a triple fire, I was like, what? I mean, yes, that makes sense. Talking with you and being in your energy, yeah, duh, but that's not what I see on social media. Let's shift this. And we did. And whoo, the love and passion that comes from that girl is amazing. Soul codes coming to life. I have one client who has discovered she is a weaver. Wow, it's so mind-blowing. And it's the gift that keeps on giving. These women go through this program and they continue to come and share what is continuing to unfold for them because of the work that we do inside of the Rising Phoenix and the stripping away the layers that are no longer serving you. So DM me Phoenix. And if you're ready to also heal and clear, we are going to be having our certification program for Quantum Illumination Reiki launching in Q1 2025. We will start teaching it in Q1 2025. And you're going to want to be in this as a founding healer. There's an opportunity for you. You can DM me Reiki. You can also bundle this with the Rising Phoenix PS. But with Quantum Illumination Reiki, there's a lot of benefits. And I'll probably do another episode on this because it's been a while. But there's an entire shift in the healing industry, and Quantum Illumination Reiki is at the pinnacle of this massive change. I'm seeing the way that healing is being done radically different. And you're going to be able to leverage deeper client results and personal results to be able to create quantum and 5D plus results. And then also, this is like the next wave of healers that are raising the frequency of the planet. And also you're stepping into your legacy building era. This is such a potent powerful time where we can see other people are waking up, and as the world continues to raise frequency, we are required to have higher and higher frequencies to be able to support the healing of the collective. And that's where quantum illumination Reiki comes in. So I'll leave the link for the waitlist as well in the show notes for you. You can sign that up and step inside the lair and listen to the audios about quantum illumination Reiki inside of our private Telegram community. And this is also where you can come in and be part of our founders. Lock in your spot now, and you'll be able to be one of the first to learn it in the entire world. We did it! Okay, so make sure that you shoot me a DM and let me know what your aha moment was, what your takeaway is. And actually, I want to know what your phrase is for 2025, or your energy or your word is. That. Oh my gosh, that's what I want to hear from you. So shoot me a message. Let me know your word or phrase. Make sure that you screenshot this, pop it onto your stories and tag me. I love to see when you guys are listening and tuning in. It brings me so much joy to be able to speak life into your soul, to be able to create shifts and aha moments, and also just to sit down and have a conversation with you. So I'm truly honored to be able to have this time with you. I hope you have an amazing day. Check out the show notes. I popped the journaling prompts in there for you, PS. And I will talk to you in the next episode and see you on social media.